Hello, everybody, and welcome to Battle of the Bangers Season 6. I'm your host. My name is Tyler, and as always, I'm joined by the boys. We've got Brennan.
What's going on, folks?
And we've got Kyle.
Hello.
We have reached the semi-final rounds of the Battle of the Top 8 Most Streamed Polyphia Songs, according to Spotify. Hashtag not sponsored. Let's load up the bracket here and see what we've got going on. Wow, look at all those preliminary rounds over with. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Today, we're taking on the first not preliminary round, the first semi-final round. I'm not having a stroke. You are. It's the number 1 seed, G.O.A.T, versus the number 4 seed, O.D. These are both some very creamy, dreamy songs, if I do say so myself. This is going to be a tall task to decide a victor in this battle, but we're going to have to do it. I'm going to switch things up today. Had Brendan go first during the preliminaries. I'm going to have Kyle go first during the semifinals. Kyle, I would like to start with you. What do you think of this matchup? We've already talked about each of these songs in depth on their own. No reason to retread old ground. We can get just right into the nitty-gritty. What do you think about these two songs comparatively to each other?
This is tough, man. I mean, looking at the bracket, when we first it was placed upon us by your lovingly crafting hands. I saw the songs on the list and I was like, damn. You know what I think could be a final in my mind? It was these two against each other. I knew it couldn't happen because the way it shook out, with them being on the same side. But these two songs in my mind are just like phenomenal examples of the way that Polyphia can like give you just this intricate, crazy fucking shit next to really cool stuff being added in, and it all coming together in this cohesive, incredible way that shouldn't work, but it does on a level that's just absurd. Obviously, G.O.A.T, already gives you that because, I mean, it's the number 1 seed. Everyone's listened to it. It's the one that everyone's like, boom, oh, it's right in my face. I love it so much. It's the G.O.A.T. But O.D, I feel like, doesn't get as much love as G.O.A.T does in my mind. I think they deserve to be pretty much on the same pedestal, personally. And what's interesting, too, is I feel like both these tracks have, like, these really awesome, like, plucky guitar bits, like, just spread out throughout, more so than I think in some other tracks. And then they're, like, contrasted by these, like, deep booming, whether it's, like, drum parts, horn parts, and G.O.A.T, and this is honestly, like, a really solid matchup. I feel like these two songs are, like, very similar in structure. They both, like, go a lot of different places, but stay in the same idea. Honestly, I'm struggling to find a way to lean in this one. I don't know. I know it's what I listen to more, but I don't want to let that sway me, So it's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah, it sure is. Brennan, you look like you're very deep in thought. I would like you to verbally express those thoughts to us right now.
I feel like G.O.A.T is kind of the band showing off what they can do. And you even see that in the music video, which they do this in other music videos as well, but how the camera kind of like highlights like who's at the center of the song at that very moment. And like I said before, I think this song is kind of their coming out party. Like, hey, like, we're fucking Polyphia. Like, this is what we got. And you hear that in the track, like, everybody kind of gets their, like, part. Everybody gets their say. And it all kind of comes together and it's very well composed. Like, even though, like, there's a lot of individuality in the track, like, it still is a very cohesive, very, formulated track. And then you have O.D., and, O.D., like I said, they find a groove, they stick to it. There's times where they sit back, let the song breathe, let the song build. And then come right back at you with, like, that really awesome groove, really awesome, like, funky riff, tempo. Like, the track kind of has it all, and to me, it's a little more cohesive and more of, like, a solid track. But G.O.A.T kind of gives you, like, hey, we're Polyphia, this is where we're at now. This is our new album that's coming out. New Levels, New Devils. Like, fucking... like embrace our greatness kind of track. So I don't know. This vote's gonna be really fucking tough. Like, both these tracks are very worthy. In my opinion.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. I have like a gut instinct of like where I kind of want to go. I don't know if it's the right decision, because I don't think there is really just like a hands down right decision. But I feel like while GOAT is this like absolute monolith of a song, right? You know, it's like you said, it's like it's them showing off. It's them showing the world like, hey, we're the most talented people on planet Earth. Check out this shit. And it's just wild. It's an absurd ride. Absolutely masterful. For whatever reason, OD just like it works a little better for me personally. While I feel like GOAT is like very much just let's see how much shit we can shove into this one song. I feel like OD just feels a little more cohesive. I feel like I said before, the drums just go off the fucking heezy, and I have a very biased outlook at that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. I don't know. I just feel like 9 times out of 10, if you were to give me, you know, these two tracks and be like, which one do you want to listen to right now? I would usually gravitate toward OD. I guess it's more like it's somehow more digestible, but still just as complex, and I think that's impressive. Like you can kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit with GOAT. I feel like OD is a little more streamlined, yet it still maintains all of the same levels of complexity that you would come to expect from Polyphia. So I'm gonna go with OD. That is my reasoning.
Damn.
I pass it back on to you.
I like that. I like the way you framed that a little bit, because, you know, I think part of me was like kind of getting, you know, like caught up in the thoughts of GOAT, you know, like, oh, they got like this crazy shit going on in the background. They're like, you know, combined with the front stuff, like I mentioned before, and like that's really awesome, like phenomenal for them, you know. But when you're looking at it objectively, like the fact that they're able to you know give you Polyphia at its core while still like fucking skyrocketing technically, in OD, I think, you know, that's a good point. I feel like I know I said it before, but I think it's the reason why I'm leaning more towards OD myself, and it's that OD is able to, you know, bring the drums so far forward, like you mentioned, Tyler, and then also give you this incredible guitar part that, like, kind of like just have like this really awesome back and forth. Like the beginning of every chorus, you get the drums kind of doing a little fill to go in, that immediately comes into like the plucky guitar bits, and then it's just a back and forth fucking dance that the whole time, all like broken down by these little like release moments that I mentioned before as well. It's yeah, I don't think I came in thinking this overall, but I feel like I might have to go OD here.
Damn, okay.
I mean, my vote's pointless, but I have to give it to GOAT. I just think GOAT is more. I mean, I say this, I absolutely love OD. I mean, if Kyle would have voted GOAT, I probably would have voted OD. Just because I fucking jam with OD a lot more. But to me, GOAT is kind of a masterpiece, and it's like a milestone track. Like, hey, like this, we're Polyphia, and like this is where we are right now, and I think that's pretty neat. So, I think GOAT is absolutely phenomenal and just an expose of skill. So, I'm gonna go with GOAT for my vote. Wow.
Nice. No, I respect it. It's not a pity vote. It's a well-deserved vote. Because GOAT does not deserve to be blown out, even by OD. But I am very happy that OD is moving on. And, damn, OD going on to the final round. Fun stuff. I'm sure we pissed a lot of people off with this one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Boy, do I not give a single flying poop. So, next time, we're going to be doing the last semifinal round. And it's 40 ounce versus Playing God. That one's going to be a bit weird, I think. Like, I don't know. I feel like that one might be a little more one-sided, but I guess we'll see. Next week. If you want to be notified when that episode drops, make sure you're subscribed to the Talks a Lot Boys, and you'll ring the bell, and then you'll get notified when that episode drops, as well as other stuff that we may put out before or around then. Be fun stuff. Make sure you like this video if you did like it, because that does help us out just a ton. And make sure that you comment below if you agree with us, if you disagree with us. Are we cool for not going with the number 1 seed, or are we dumb for not going with the number 1 seed? You tell us how to feel about ourselves. That's how the internet works. So just leave it all there in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one. We've been the Talks a Lot Boys. We'll talk a whole lot more next time. Bye!